Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Thank you for joining webinar at IDP Open Day. My name is Cynthia. I'm a student counselor for UK destination at IDP Singapore. In today's session, Professor Kim Dale from School of Life Science, University of Dundee is joining us, and she will present the webinar with the topic Life Science at the University of Dundee. What's next after Polytechnic? If you have any questions, just feel free to drop it in the chat box or Q&A box below, or you can also visit the university booth directly at the link provided in the chat box. So without any further ado, let's start the webinar sessions. Over to you, Professor Kim.
Thank you so much, Cynthia, and thank you so much for inviting us to join you today. Very exciting session. So I will just share my screen. Can you see that, Cynthia? Yes, okay, great. So as Cynthia said, my name is Kim Dale. I'm from the University of Dundee. So a little bit about where we are. This slide is just showing you so Dundee is a city in the country of Scotland, absolutely stunning, beautiful landscapes, wonderful country to live in, lots of history, lots of nature, absolutely stunning location. And Dundee is the little red dot here on the map. So it's around an hour north of Edinburgh, which is the capital city of Scotland. And as you can see, Dundee sits on the east coast of the country, and it sits on the edge of the River Tay. So this is a view looking at Dundee from the other side of the river. And Dundee has been heralded as being Scotland's best place to live, and it's in the top 10 of most affordable cities in the UK, which is of course very important to students that might be thinking to come and study in the UK. It's also the most fun place to be a student in Scotland. So our university is one of the world's top 250 and in the top 20 in the UK. We have lots of other rankings here that I've listed on this slide, but important to also note that we're top in Scotland for graduate prospects. So our students graduate and find fantastic jobs shortly afterwards. I'm focusing on one of our 10 schools today, and that's the School of Life Sciences. And here's some of the rankings that we're very proud of our Life Sciences school. So in the most recent QS subject rankings, we're in the top 100 in the world for biological sciences and in the top 50 for pharmacy and pharmacology. For teaching, we're third in Scotland and sixth in the UK for biological sciences, second in Scotland and fourth in the UK for biomedical sciences. And our teaching really is underpinned by fantastic research. So we're top in the whole of the UK, so above Oxford, above Cambridge, for research in life sciences. And it's that research and those world-class researchers that design and deliver the modules in our undergraduate and postgraduate degrees. So this next slide highlights those undergraduate degrees that we have in Dundee. On the left-hand side is the list of biological sciences degrees, and on the right-hand side are the biomedical degrees. And every single one of those degrees is accredited by the Royal Society of Biology. So that means an external badge of approval showing the rigour and the excellence of our teaching. We also have a degree that's jointly delivered with the National University of Singapore, and I'll come on to that in just a minute. So it doesn't really matter which one of these degrees students apply to when they come and study in Dundee, because in the first 2 years, there is a core curriculum where everybody is studying the same thing. So in Scotland, our degrees are 4 years. And as I say, no matter which degree you choose to come and study with us, everybody does the same thing in years 1 and 2. When students then move into year 3, they only have to make one choice, which is whether to follow degree routes on the biological or the biomedical stream. And then finally, year 4 is when you undertake a research project and then you graduate. So just to go in a bit more detail then, years 1 and 2 are a core curriculum where there is lectures, tutorials, lots of lab practicals and some field excursions. And whether you come into level 1 or 2 or even level 3 depends on the qualifications that you have when you apply. And I'll come on to that in just a moment. So just to think about what the difference is between biomedical sciences and biological sciences, our biomedical degrees focus on the human body as a model. So thinking about the structure and function of different tissues and organs in the body, the way that disease affects those tissues and organs, thinking about physiology or neuroscience, for example. In contrast, the biological degree route and all of the degrees that are listed on the right-hand side, these focus on different models. It might be animal models, plant models, or cell systems, cell culture, really looking at the fundamental processes at the molecular level. So looking, for example, in cell division, in gene regulation, biochemistry, cell biology. And so all of these different model systems allow us to understand different elements of those processes. All of the degrees, as I said, are accredited. And why does that matter? Well, it suggests and is evidencing the fact that we have been evaluated and shown to have fantastic undergraduate teaching. All of our students, for example, that wish to do a laboratory project in their honours year can do so. So then moving on to the different partnerships we have that might be of interest to students, particularly in Singapore. We have a joint undergraduate degree with NUS. And so if students choose that degree, then they study in Dundee for the first 2.5 years and then transfer to NUS for the last 1.5 years. And those students graduate with one certificate from both degrees, from both institutions. The other partnerships we have are with all of the Singapore Polytechnics. And so, for example, students in Singapore Polytechnic, if they have studied either of these courses, biotechnology or biomedical sciences, if they get a GPA of 3.0 in their diploma, then they can actually join us in Dundee in year 3. So studying just for 2 years with us in Dundee at years 3 and 4, and then graduating with an undergraduate certificate. If you don't have a GPA of 3.0, perhaps you have a GPA of 2.5, then you can come in at year 2. So fantastic opportunities for advanced entry into our undergraduate degrees, depending on your diploma route and your GPA. Similarly, with NIAN, if you are studying biomedical sciences at NIAN Polytechnic and you have a GPA of 3.0, you can articulate directly into year 3 in Dundee. And just studying for 2 years in Dundee, you graduate with an accredited Bachelor of Science degree. Republic, we have a whole range of different courses that you can have studies at Republic and then again gain advanced entry into Dundee. So biotechnology and biomedical sciences at Republic, if you have a GPA of 3.0, you directly come into year 3. If you're on environmental sciences, marine science or pharmaceutical science, then you have the opportunity to articulate directly into level 2 with a GPA of 2.5 or above. With Nanyang, again, similarly, by molecular biotechnology or biomedical sciences, students can articulate directly into year 3 with a GPA of 3.0. And finally, with Temasek. So again, these 3 courses, if you study those at Temasek Polytechnic, you can get direct entry into years 2 or 3. So we ensure that we do the curriculum mapping with the Polytechnics on a regular basis to see what other opportunities there are to add to these lists of courses. And we think this is a fantastic opportunity for Polytechnic students to have an opportunity to study abroad, but to do fast track and to complete those studies in just 2 or 3 years. When students come into level 3 of the biological stream at Dundee, you do some core theory modules in semester 1, and then you get to choose optional modules in semester 2. Similarly for the biomedical stream. So it's just different modules focusing, as I say, on different model systems. But again, core modules in semester 1, optional modules in semester 2. And then level 4 is when you get this fantastic opportunity to undertake an 11-week research project in one of the labs in the school, in the research side of the school. So at that point, you're not a visitor in the lab, you really are a core member of the team, working alongside PhD students and postdocs and doing your own bit of discovery science. Semester 2 in level 4 is where you take additional theory modules, building on the choices that you took in level 3. So that fantastic research project that you get to do in semester 1 gives you an opportunity to use some of our fantastic world-class facilities. So we have cutting-edge proteomics, microscopy, bioinformatics, and all of these facilities that are run by facility managers. You have the opportunity, depending on what your research project is that you choose, you get the opportunity to be trained in the use of all of these different sorts of facilities. So what sort of research project might you do in year 4? Well, here are some examples. And they really range across all of the areas and disciplines within life sciences. So you'll see that we have genome editing using CRISPR-Cas9, physiology, immunology, so looking at amino acid transport in lymphocytes, neuroscience, genetical control in plant science development. So really, really ranging across all of the areas in life sciences, and you get to choose which of these projects is of most interest to you. The other thing to highlight is that when you come to us, even if you do advanced entry into year 3, we encourage you to do a summer internship in the summer between year 3 and year 4. So these are 8 to 10 week internships, and you could do that either in one of our labs or in one of our industry partners. So we have industry partners with the big global players listed on the right-hand side here, but we also have many different spin-out companies in the local area that have spun out from our research labs. And so those are fantastic opportunities to do these little internship projects that maybe give you an opportunity to explore a different sort of science. So what do our graduates go on to do? And I've highlighted here just 2 recent stories. So on the left-hand side is Ashley Guillaume, who came to us from Singapore Polytechnic, and she gained advanced entry into year 3. She studied with us for 2 years, graduated with her Bachelor of Science, and then applied to do a PhD in one of the labs in the School of Medicine. She was very successful. She landed herself that PhD position, and it's incredibly competitive, but it really shows you that this route can unlock fantastic opportunities. So she's currently doing her PhD and doing incredibly well. On the right-hand side is Sherry George, and this was a little vlog that she made. So Sherry also came to us, but she came to us from a Singapore school. She came and graduated from life sciences and then applied successfully to do postgraduate medicine in Dundee. So fantastic opportunities that are open to you by following this route. But many of our students go on to do things outside of science. For example, working in law or banking or industry. Many go on to do masters and PhDs. And the reason that you can go and choose so many different things is that we give you a set of transferable skills that allow you to go into any walk of life. So we train you in being a problem solver, a troubleshooter, someone that can work on your own or in a team, someone that's very good at project and time management. So all of these things are fantastically useful in many different walks of life. So we aim to give you the best possible preparation for a career in biosciences with a really strong emphasis on being a proficient problem solver that can thrive in any organisation, whether that's academia or industry or even outside of the sciences. And I'll just end with the fact that we have really fantastic scholarships available to our student applicants. So we have Global Excellence Scholarships, and these are awarded based on your academic qualifications. So if you have a GPA of 3.2 or above, you will automatically be awarded a Global Excellence Scholarship of £6,000 per year. You can also, though, apply, if you're not eligible for a Global Excellence Scholarship, you can apply for a Global Citizenship Scholarship, which are £5,000 per year. So hopefully you found that interesting, and I just want to really thank you for joining us today, and hopefully you'll have some questions for me. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Professor Kim. Yes, anyone have any questions? You can put in the Q&A section or chat box. Okay, seems like we have no questions here. So if all of you want to visit the university booth directly, you can click on the link on the chat box. And yeah, nice to have you, Professor Kim. Thank you so much. Thanks everyone for attending the sessions. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Bye.